Hi, it's Sabi. Welcome back to the channel. It's a battle on the Studzianki map, and we're following pr154 from Clan in his Lorraine 40T. That's the Tier 8 French medium tank that's been in the game for a while. He's on a mission to complete MT-15.3, which is the last medium tank mission for the T-55A. So let's have a quick look at the conditions while he's getting to his first position. So he needs to do 2,500 damage to tank destroyers, so not just to all vehicles, but specifically to tank destroyers, and to get on as damage at least 7 enemy vehicles and win the battle, of course. So we'll see how he progresses with that. But yeah, so the main element is to damage tank destroyers. And this is a good map for that because on this flank you often get the tank destroyers around the C1 area to sort of C3 and even up here where the heavy tanks are. So the first task there was knocking down the breakable walls to get more visibility of the tanks. And now he's just on his clip, so he's just falling back to basically stay out of the way if he does take a hit from a T-55-2. Well, that's good news in a sense that he knows there's a nearby tank destroyer that he can try and target. It does take some arty attention, but that's pretty common for this map here in this location. So using the depressions here while he's clipping is probably the safest thing to do and stay out of sight. There's a Centurion on top of the hill. Hopefully his teammates that are around him can deal with that Centurion 5-1. It looks like he's losing a lot of health, and in fact there he's destroyed. So that's a good outcome there because it allows him to get on top of the hill and push forward a bit further and potentially spot some additional TDs. And whether there's any light tanks, the Type 62 has been destroyed. They've got a 1375, hasn't been seen on this flank. In fact, he's been seen on the other flank, so he's not on this side. So that's another good part there. But in terms of tank destroyers, he's actually in luck because it looks like 4 different tank destroyers on the team. ISU-152, SU-152, Super Hellcat actually is 5, T-25AT and T-25/2. So in fact there's the ISU-152 decided to push up over the top of the berm there, which is pretty dangerous in the sense that it does expose your blower plate, and there he's found the T-25-2, gets a shot in there, so that's used his clip and he's now heading towards his target. So he's damaged 2 tanks and 817 damage against tank destroyers. In fact, there's the other tank, T-25 tank destroyer, the T-25AT, but he's clipping at this point, so unable to put a shot in there. But again, you've just got to keep an eye on where the tank destroyers are. But again, for this mission, he's got quite a few of those tank destroyers in the vicinity of where he is. So T-25AT made a quick run for it. Now he's got his clip back. And there he spotted the ISU-152 doing a pretty dumb move, moving right across the landscape there, right out in the open, and PR gets the kill. That brings him up to 1453. So really heading towards his target. It's got more than halfway there. Or in fact, yeah, only 1100 points to go in terms of reaching the primary target there. But still any damage to tanks out of the 7 he needs if he wants to get honours, that is. The important thing here is to complete the mission. To get honours just means that you earn orders that you can use to complete other missions with, so that you can come back and complete these missions again if you're doing better there. Just trying to get rid of that I6 there is a dangerous tank. Puts him 1 hit, that's him, gone. Still got 2 shots left. The T-25AT there, will he get the kill? Yes, he does. So brings up to 2200 damage, but of course we're counting damage for the mission as against tank destroyers, so 2000 hit points of damage, 2028 that he's done, and he's got 4 damaged tanks out of the 7 that he needs for honours. But he's taken a couple of hits there, but he's still around about half health, so doing pretty well here. He can afford to trade some hit points if he needs to. early days in the game actually. It's only 4 minutes gone. So the enemy team are not doing that well. He's found a super Hellcat just waiting for his aim to stabilise. It's one of the issues with the 40T. It's got a fairly wide bloom on turret and hull move, so got to do your best to stabilise that with equipment and cruise skills. And he's got another 200 hit points to go in terms of tank destroyers. Doesn't get an opportunity there. That was an artillery. Would have been nice to get the damage anyway for earning credits and experience, but really needs to find the remaining T-25-2. He's past the point where that was spotted. Crusader SP gets a kill on that. That's nice. And in fact, there's the T-25-2. So good thing he didn't waste any hit shells there. Gets a nice hit in there. That gets him his primary target. Gets the kill. One tank left. He's done 3,200 damage, but he's made his target there, and that is the game. So unfortunately, he doesn't get the secondary target for his honours. So correction there, he did end up getting honours. He managed to do damage to 7 vehicles. One of them was just track damage, the AMX M4, which didn't show up on his damage target. So yeah, so he did complete with honours. That gave him the order that he needed as well. He finished with the second class mastery badge and ended up with 3,200 damage and 5 kills. So let's see how the team performance. He just missed out on top in terms of experience, but he did finish top with damage. And there's a Dubbo from 1AR clan, shout out to him. I've played with him before. He finished on top there with experience. And on the other side, the two at the top there both got substantial experience from finishing in a losing play, so they did pretty well there as well. So good play there for those guys. 19 shots fired, 14 of those hit and 13 of those penetrated, so it's good shot placement. No assisted damage, but overall good result there, PR. Well, congratulations on finishing that mission. It is a bit of a tough one.